All right, today I wanted to talk to you about the 2012 Camry Hybrid and also give you kind of a brief explanation of how a hybrid synergy drive works. This is the 2012 Camry Hybrid. A couple changes from the 2011. We bumped up the gas engine to a 2.5 liter four-cylinder engine up from the 2.4 liter engine. This now produces 200 horsepower. We have two separate models of the Camry Hybrid, the LE Camry Hybrid and the XLE Camry Hybrid. The LE Camry Hybrid gives you 43 city, 39 highway for gas mileage, and the XLE Hybrid, which this one is, gives you 40 city, 38 highway. So phenomenal gas mileage out of this car. And Consumer Reports also just named this car the overall best family sedan on the market. So 200 horsepower out of this powertrain. And a lot of first-time hybrid buyers might be asking you, how does all this work? So I want to give you a brief explanation of how hybrid synergy drive really works and how to explain it to a customer. The simplest way to explain hybrid synergy drive to a customer is, it is an electric powered car with a gasoline assist. That is the simplest way to explain it, and I'll expand on that in a little bit. All Toyota hybrids have two electric motors. You have one electric motor which acts as a starter motor and a generator, and you have your main electric motor which acts as the power source for the vehicle. Your electric motor is your main power source for the car. The electric motor is what gets you started off the line because it has a tremendous amount of torque. And the gasoline engine comes on to assist it with acceleration and to maintain highway speeds on the car. That's it. There's no hard and fast rule for when the gasoline engine comes on. We don't provide a specific miles per hour for when the gas engine comes on. If you drive this car lightly, you can go 40, 50 miles per hour before the gas engine comes on if you drive it lightly. Or if I'm at a stoplight and I put my foot to the floor, that gas engine is going to come on immediately because the car knows I want as much acceleration as possible, and that gas engine needs to help out the electric motor. But the computer really decides when the gas engine comes on and off based on acceleration and based on the battery power. Speaking of the battery, how is the battery charged on one of our hybrids? Two ways. First of all, that gas engine can come on, power one of the electric motors to become a generator to send power back to the battery. The car could be sitting in idle with the gas engine on because it's powering the battery. You can also be accelerating in this car, and some of the gas engine's power is powering the vehicle, and some of the gas engine's power is then powering the battery. Both power sources are connected to what's called a power split device. And that power split device is referred to on the minority label as an ECVT, electronically controlled continuously variable transmission. All an ECVT is really to us is a planetary gear set. It has a total of 8 parts as opposed to a normal automatic transmission which has thousands of moving parts to it. It's a very, very simple device, and all that device does is determine which power source is doing what and splits that power from the gasoline engine to either power the battery, accelerate the vehicle, or do both. Second way you're going to power the battery in this car is by coasting and braking. Because all of our hybrids have electronically controlled braking, and we use something known as regenerative braking to slow this car down. In all of our hybrids, when you coast the car, your electric motor now turns into generators to power the battery. And then when you hit the brake pedal, you're not actually using your hydraulic brakes to stop the car. Your electric motors actually build resistance, since they're a direct drive to the front wheels, to help slow the car down. And what you're now doing is you're capturing the energy of movement and transferring that energy back to the battery. You do use your hydraulic brakes for that last 5-10 miles an hour to bring the vehicle to a complete stop. Or if it's a panic stop. And a panic stop, you'll have full hydraulic brakes to help stop that vehicle. That also helps work the STAR safety system, the brake assist, electronic brake force distribution, analog brakes, traction control, vehicle stability control, and your smart stop technology. The battery in this vehicle has, from the factory, an 8-year, 100,000-mile warranty. If the vehicle, though, is registered in a California emission state, and this only applies to Camry Hybrid and Prius hatchback, then that battery has a 10-year, 150,000-mile warranty. Again, only vehicles registered in California emission state have that warranty. 200 horsepower out of this vehicle, more powerful than the 4-cylinder version, a little less powerful than the V6 version, although once you drive this car, you'll realize it is a very, very quick car. Not only is it quick, it's extremely quiet because you're not running your gas engine nearly as much. There are no accessory drive belts in this engine. Your air conditioning is fully electric, your water pump is fully electric, and your power steering is fully electric. So not only are you going to save in gas costs on this car, you're going to save in maintenance on this car because you don't have any belts to replace or to check. You don't have any power steering fluid to replace. And of course, as I mentioned on your brakes, since you're using your electric motors to slow this car down more than your hydraulic brakes, you could conceivably save on future brake work in the car with your hydraulic brakes lasting longer than most conventional vehicles. Everything else about this car, though, is a Camry, and similar to your gas Camry counterpart. Coming around this side of the car, your XLE Camry is going to give you your fog lights, and it's going to give you your alloy wheels. All Camrys have the folding mirrors, which are very important in this part of the country. A great thing about the Camry Hybrid is whether it's, if you're moving from gas Camry to Camry Hybrid, you lose no passenger space whatsoever. You have the same exact passenger room in a Camry Hybrid as you would a gas Camry, so there's no compromises as far as space inside the vehicle. One spot we made better for 2012 was the trunk. And the trunk for 2012 on the Camry Hybrid gains nearly 3 cubic feet of overall space. So you do have a much more user-friendly trunk in this car than you did in the 2011. And one side of the back seat does fold down to provide a small pass-through because we have decreased the size of the battery in the 2012 Camry Hybrid. Moving along to this side of the car, all Camry Hybrids are going to come with Smart Key, and that'll also give you Smart Key on your driver and passenger door as well as your trunk. All Camry Hybrids, regardless of LE and XLE, give you automatic dual climate control. An option you're going to find on your Camry Hybrid XLE is our Entune system. Our Entune system provides you with navigation, satellite radio, HD radio, as well as the ability to pair your smartphone to the vehicle, which gives you access to 5 different information services: weather, sports, stocks, traffic, and fuel prices, and 2 apps on this stereo, Pandora.com and Bing.com as a point of interest search. And if you do get the premium HDD system, that provides you with 3 additional apps: OpenTable.com, MovieTickets.com, and iHeartRadio.com. Of course, all Camry Hybrids come with your audio controls on the steering wheel, Bluetooth with Bluetooth streaming audio, and voice commands for your Bluetooth, as well as voice commands if you do have Intune for your navigation, for your audio system, and for your iPod as well. So that is the Camry Hybrid in a nutshell. Everything else about this car mirrors a conventional Camry. The safety aspects, the number of airbags, the options on the vehicle are pretty much the same as a gas Camry. But be sure you go over some of those aspects of the hybrid synergy drive, especially for your first-time hybrid buyers.